Goodbye, despair. It's time we carried on with our investigation for the deaths of Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Saionji. We still got a couple people to talk about, and we still got a couple of places we need to check out, so let's get to it, shall we? Akane, any info for us, please? Hey, are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it, but when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking.
That's weird.
There's no way I've got that kind of weakness. It'd probably go away if I battled a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Speaking of him, where the hell is he? Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. I hope so. Hopefully he's back in time for the trial. Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. What?
Huh?
Look what's in front of the door. There's a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken, so the place wasn't locked, it was barricaded. What happened to it?
Like...
If something like that is in front of the door, you think it might be a really big clue. Why would this be a clue?
Hey!
Remember when we came to the music venue? If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through. I wonder if that's gonna be possible. Of the four of us, two of us are girls, you know. Doesn't matter if you can do it or not, we have to try! Let's go. We'll all charge at the same time. Ready? Set. Go! At Fuyuhiko's signal, we charge into the door at full force. That was when we smashed the drumstick. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the four of us charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Huh?
I get it.
The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then, how was the killer able to get out?
Huh?
Huh? I mean, the music venue doesn't have any windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside. Wow, this is like the locked room problem.
Like...
Maybe. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue. And they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us.
I get it.
You know, don't they use tricks like that in a lot of mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere. Someone who joined us.
Damn it.
Alright, I'm definitely gonna find it. I won't let this killer get away with this. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? Like you said, that might be possible, but...
I've listened to the whole story.
I heard what you two were discussing. Chiaki? That was kind of cool entrance. It was, right? Dang.
Well?
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting. What is it?
See?
Look, there's a weird glob where the right and left door touch, see? You're right. What is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but... As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger. Why are you putting it in your mouth? It smells like workshop chemicals. Workshop? And this chewiness. I see. This thing may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. Is that why it's so hot it melted? For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly into the gaps of the door. What are you talking about? Ugh. Just as I thought. It tastes nasty. Chiaki spat the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Chiaki, please, that could have been important evidence, you know. It could have been poison as well. Besides that bit about the taste. It's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Right, so that's why the place is turned up on full blast in terms of heating. It would have melted this glob. Whatever it is. Where the hell do you find this thing? I've spoken to Gundam. Let's check out the storage room. There's a door that says staff only. Looks like the inside is a storage room. Might as well investigate in here too. Yeah, might as well, you know, it's only the scene of the crime. Jeez. Okay, what do we got? The two-step ladder's missing. Of course. Nagito's in here. It's never a good sign. Nagito, did you come here to investigate the storage room too? I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here?
Hey,
So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped-over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hiyoko? That probably all came from the storage room. There might be other things from the storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? No, Hajime is always on the side of hope, remember? Oh, I'm not siding with the killer, you know. I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it. What does that mean?
but...
That's the main reason why. This case is really special. Huh?
Man,
But I can't say for certain, though. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense.
Hajime,
By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
right?
Hey, if you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. I like the banter that we have with Hajime and Nagita here. It's pretty cool. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer.
How mean.
That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy. And I won't even mind when I die.
Damn it.
That's the main reason why. I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? He's got the crazy eyes. What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not going to tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings?
Hey,
You should come by later, too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Are you talking about the hospital? Oh, damn it. Well, obviously, the movie theater. After he said that, Nagita walked out of my sight. Movie theater? Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? Because that's where the hemp bag would have come from, right? Look at this mirror, you can still see the stepladder in the reflection. Unfortunate. Oh well, there's the full-length mirror. You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it'd be easy to check how you look. Okay, doesn't seem to be very important. We got stickers. There's a lot of stickers with the venue's logo placed here. It's like they made a bunch of them and had too many left over. Feels somewhat depressing. Huh? Compared to the last time, feels like there are less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? Look at this! I was looking at this right now while I was investigating that. There's that same piece of paper. It's torn as well. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage decorations. This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf. It looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers plastered all over the front side of this wallpaper. And this edge of the wallpaper? It looks a little torn, but what does this mean? I guess that's everything important in the storage room. I guess I should go back to the music venue. I wonder. Oh, that's all apparently that there is in here. I wonder. I wonder. Was Hiyoko? All right. With this, we might be close to finish investigating the music venue. Sorry, that's read a bit weird, but I still need to talk to Mikan. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. Was Hiyoko here the whole time and that wallpaper was draped over her and we couldn't see her? That's why the blood had to be cleaned up, right? Because we weren't supposed to discover her body until we came back. So the killer definitely wasn't here. Unless they found a way to remove that off-site, which is highly, highly unlikely. Okay, so that answers that mystery, I think. Interesting. Damn, I have to rewatch the video again. How about it, Mikan? Have you found out anything by now? To tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive. Do we have a time of death, maybe?
You got it wrong!
But it's not my fault. This music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. Shit. Because of the heat? Is that possible? Probably would have started to decompose faster than normal, right? If a body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see. That might have been the killer's goal. No, I think that was just a bonus. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird.
But...
Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? Very much so. I've already explained that. I agree. As long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. But if that wallpaper was covering Hiyoko, maybe it was the other way around. And as long as this is an imitation murder, There shouldn't be any mistaking the order of the murders. What do you mean by imitation murder? Huh? Imitation murder?
Huh?
Huh? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew. No? I don't, sorry.
See?
It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline for their killings. What is this supposed to imitate? Is that why we have to go to the movie theater? It's so common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. So it turns up here as well. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? We're the only one who didn't see the movie, I guess, because we paid $1.5 million. Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. That movie?
Good instincts.
The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed 2 people. The goal was an imitation killer. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that?
Do you have a minute?
Excuse me, if this was really an imitation of that movie, then is it possible that one more person might have been killed?
This, too, must be the will of
Oh
causality.
shit, is someone still in danger? It's certainly conceivable. If the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a sec. What are you all talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed? Are you guys worried that there's gonna be another victim? Then no worries. Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a real cautious fella, so I've prepared a perfect countermeasure. On this killing school trip, the same blackened can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
Same as last time. You mean you've added another rule?
Yep.
Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the blackened would be able to secure an easy victory, right? This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. If it is a maximum of 2 people, then there will not be any more killings? It's the same blackened. Gotta remember that. I feel like that's gonna come important. Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. I see. As expected of you, you're very strict about games.
Perhaps.
I don't want to consider this possibility at all. And I don't even want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers? Ooh. It's like the game knows my questions and it's just answering them for me.
Huh?
Okay?
So...
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Kyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers exist at the same time. But we can only vote for one person, right?
I am concerned.
If we can only choose one based on a majority vote, the other person could certainly achieve victory.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
So what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2? Or 4 incidents overlap one another?
Silence!
Shut up! It's okay. I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
Hey,
Meaning, 2 killers can exist at the same time. So it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right?
Wow.
Ugh.
I don't like this.
Alright. Fine. That's right. There's always one killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is.
This is kind of depressing.
Man, I ended up giving you a huge hint. She made me say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. Alright, so it is just one killer. I see. So there's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little.
yep.
That makes things a little easier.
Fine.
But the killer's not happy about that. Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people,
Taste your powerlessness!
it means a 3rd victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be you haven't seen it? So it is part of the motive after all, is it? Seen it? Seriously seen what?
So...
Like I said, that movie.
Oh my!
When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out invitation tickets. Then the imitation is...
Good instincts.
Of course. It's an imitation of that movie.
Well,
Well, based on the murders this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it. As if They copied the movie? I see. Nagito mentioned something about that. He assumed we'd seen it. Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings? You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously, the movie theater. Obviously.
You...
I see. So you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Looks like I need to do that. Then I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate. Where do you intend to go next, Chiaki? Probably the hospital for sure. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place.
You are right.
Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time. She's right. It might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. Now that we have Hyoko's motel room key, we should probably check that out if we can as well. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hyoko's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. We've got a lot of places to explore. Alright, everyone's sort of abandoned ship here. Let's go. Let's leave these two behind. And the two deceased, of course. Like I said, as much as I disliked Hyoko, it's bad and rude to speak ill of the dead. So, we're going to investigate for her too. Alright, let's start by going. The motel's right there. I actually kind of want to go to the hospital first, because I'm very suspicious of that conference room, and I want to get that stupid Monokuma doll that I missed when I first went there. We also found Fuyuhiko's eye in the same conference room and the encore room, so that's pretty cool. Kazuichi, you're here. Thank goodness you're still okay. Hopefully you're investigating too, my friend. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Hey!
Yeah, so? I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get this from that shady-looking alley where all those machines were lined up? I need to check that as well. I'm sure that's a spare one that got smashed in the music venue.
Right!
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then, if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
Man...
No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey!
But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate. So I decided to swap the cameras. Exactly, right? So we could communicate with each other. And you just boosted the signal so we could transmit at longer distances. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue, and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it.
Huh?
However, I didn't just swap the cameras, I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. Exactly. Let's check this out one more time. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this. But is it destroyed?
Hajime.
There's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right!
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions. Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey,
Very bad
hey!
watch. Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. I don't want to see this video again, man. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away... See, that can't be Ibuki there. I can't see their fingernails, and I can't see their hair. A person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered. But now I know that must have been Ibuki. No. That's why there's a hemp bag. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will. And then, she grabbed that rope and... That's all I saw. It cut out. How convenient. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Man.
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model. Hold on. Just doing that pose again. I like that pose of hers. At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right? Yeah. You didn't know it was her? But you saw she was trying to hang herself. So you rushed over to the music venue to try and stop her. But I didn't make it in time.
Hey.
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Actually, there's something else I want to discuss. Really quickly. Oh, and let's also check on Usami. Okay, she's good. Truth bullet. Monokuma file. Hyoko Sayonji's cause of death was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. It appears her death was instant. How can your death by blood loss be instant? Like, doesn't that just seem odd? Your death is instant, even though you died from blood loss. If you got slit in the throat, you don't die instantly, right? I found that kind of strange. I don't know if that's going to play into it, but it's definitely something to consider. Ibuki committed suicide? No. That's what makes me mad as well. Like, Ibuki was defenseless right now. She was, like, infected, she's nice, and if you could just tell her to just go kill herself and she does that, like, seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? She had no problem with anyone on this island as well, like, fucking hell. And that's why Mikan could probably become a suspect here. If the conference room was used to replicate the hanging, that will look bad for her, and also her and Hyoko's relationship was, you know, not the most pleasant one, right? She was always, like, abused by her. I don't know. What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. If so... Anyway, that's why I'm so upset that Ibuki got killed. Like, really. Just rubs me the wrong way. Hey, don't think we're so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily. It's okay. We'll figure it out at the class trial. We always do. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm coming with you. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room. Why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? Surveillance monitor video. Well, Kazuichi, I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna check out Ibuki's room first as well. Let's check out all the rooms here. Oh, Akane. You're here? How'd you get here before me? I thought I left you in the music room. Looks like this is an open room. There shouldn't be anyone inside. I should look somewhere else. Really? We can't look in Ibuki's room? There could be a clue in there.
Now then.
Phew. Finally getting back to my normal self.
All right.
Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win. No thanks. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. Not that I'd win anyway. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey, hey.
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan on wearing hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea. But it looks like they're out of stock. I wonder how many hospital gowns there are. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns?
Yo.
Yep, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I should just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on. What happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser.
Like...
No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikan back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta get back soon. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea. Not to mention we've all been wearing the same clothes this entire time. Here, thank you, Akane, for that clue. Further emphasizes my point, but I guess we'll confirm it once we get to the conference room. So there's 4 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know Ibuki had a gown, Nagito had a gown, Akane had a gown, Fuyuhiko had already left room 4, so there should have been a gown in here, but apparently it's missing. That means the killer must have worn it. We'll check the conference room in a bit. Let's just check the staff room first, really quickly. Apparently Mikan came up here to sleep, but before she did so, she went back down to check on Ibuki and Akane. Supposedly. Okay, everything looks pretty sweet in here. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go. It's time to find out the truth. I hope. What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch?
Hey,
Don't turn it on. Huh? Chiaki? Are you there?
'cause...
If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What's fully exposed?
Hey,
Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you talking about? What's exposed? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? I'm not gonna poke out my eyes!
aww.
Bummer. Troll fail. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. There was a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. Damn it. And I saw Chiaki had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window.
Hey.
Were you surprised? Surprised? I don't get it.
Well,
I got it. Got what?
see?
The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so they're probably careful about light shining through. Yeah, I did mention that, I think.
See?
A black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black light blocking curtain? That's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it? I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Yep, she's upset. Why can't you share your findings with me, Chiaki? Come on, let's work together on this. You're my friend. But still, what was all that about? If Chiaki ever dies, I will be so crushed. Like, you thought I was bad when Ibuki died? Like, seriously? If Chiaki dies, I'm gonna be so upset. That bit about it being embarrassing if I look and troll fail?
Nope.
I just wanted to mess with you. Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place. No, really? This has nothing to do with it? Let's grab this. Is that what you mean by troll fail?
I've been found.
Have I just fallen for like this game's trick? Was I supposed to suspect the conference room? It's a folding desk. You probably arrange these inside the conference room during meetings. There's nothing that catches my eye. Everything looks fine. Damn it! No way, have I been duped? It's a projector. Well, it's not strange for it to be in a conference room after all. This probably isn't a clue. I should look somewhere else. Let's check these curtains one more time. So this was a light-blocking curtain. That's why it was so pitch black. Hey, did I do something to make you angry?
That's wrong.
I'm not angry. I think... Well, are you or aren't you? If you're not angry, you wouldn't have done something so weird.
Yep,
Yeah, I'm already over what happened earlier, so you don't have to worry about it.
I think.
Is she teasing me? Girls, man. Honestly, just kidding. Seriously though. My fiance's like this sometimes. I hope she doesn't watch this episode. Let's go. Let's move on, let's go. Shit, okay. If the conference room... Damn it. I was so sure as well. I'm not gonna give up on it yet, though. I'm gonna keep that theory until we solve this case. What the hell is that bloody handprint on the wall there? Sorry, I didn't see it until the last second, but it's okay. Let's go to the movie theater last. That's where Nagito is, of course. Let's procrastinate with him. Let's move on to the motel. Check out Hyoko's room. I have a feeling I missed a doll somewhere. Which sucks. Because I think I found 3 so far. I bet you there's gonna be one in Hyoko's room. And I've already found the one in the movie theater. I just remembered. I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. It might be faster to just ask someone. Well, Gundam, I'll ask you in a moment. Let's talk to Fuyu.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can you explain to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue,
I get it.
we met up with Mikan and me. When we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason,
I see.
so we had no choice but to break down the door. and discovered Hiyoko's body when suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
Hey,
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki? Gundam did. As I recall... Didn't you hear me? A body was found! Body? Kya? Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monomi.
I see.
So Kazuichi and Sonya didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious?
Like,
Well, Hiyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but while we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what's going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
well, yeah.
Well, while we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island?
Well,
No. We went to the movie theater in that street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped her around the pillar with duct tape, but I think we've already established she was already dead, and her body was just covered by that paper. Thankfully, they left a trace of it at the top. It's true. I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. There's never enough time, is there? There's never enough time to move Hifumi's big body, and there's never enough time to kill Hiyoko, tie her up, and gag her. Well, she wasn't gagged, but her neck wound was covered with duct tape, right? But the fact is Hiyoko was killed, and we did discover her body.
huh?
What? You still doubt me?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry. Even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. It's not like I called you a baby face. I'd want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. Fuyuhiko's account has been added. Good to know. Gundam,
So you have appeared.
you're here, right? Come on out! Huh? Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hiyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear. And you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents' teachers? I'd love to see that. Yoko's room is in the center. Well, let's go in. What are we gonna find in there? It's locked, but we got the key. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. It opened, just as I thought. This key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. What are we gonna find? Alright. This place looks very sleazy indeed. So, Hiyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like a room, but I feel a little conflicted. I like how there's a grill there,
my.
like a vent, where you could probably put those surveillance cameras you find on Electric Avenue. Huh? Did the door open? Yeah. How the hell did you get in here? Hiyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. I see. Sonya, how did you get in here? What, did something happen? No, it is just... I'm starting to believe... it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? Seriously, how the hell did you get in here? The moment Hiyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right?
However,
Her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in their room. She had another reason. Besides that disease. What other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
perhaps.
Her kimono. Her kimono? Her kimono is tied very similar to that bow in front of you, isn't it? Yesterday, I went to go talk to her, so she was definitely alive yesterday. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then, I saw it. She couldn't tie it back. Hiyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. So you must have tied it for her, which is why it's in your sort of style. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono?
You are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hiyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. That Mahiru kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. She would have felt guilty, like Mahiru taught her and now she's forgotten all about it. It should have been very important. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say? Huh, he says it at the same time I did.
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it!
All you had to do was ask for help, man.
Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror?
Like the storage room in the music venue.
Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue?
That's why you must have been a witness to the crime.
If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
And that was when she kicked me out.
It cannot be!
Could it be? Hiyoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation. Nobody knew. If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. That's gonna become important later, isn't it? Sonia's account. Someone's gonna slip up. Figured they might be, like, recording something. I knew you'd be in here! I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Taking a dump, no less. What are you, the Nekomaru version? More coins. Bitch. Okay, I think we're starting to piece together what's happened here. I just need a timeline. The bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. No, the killer must have found her in the music venue, probably by mistake. She was probably innocent in all this. That's probably why she had to die. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room. And I don't think she was forcefully abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. The fact that she wasn't abducted is an important clue, Hajime. Never underestimate the absence of clues. It rules out possibilities. Alright. Last but not least, let's head to the movie theater and talk with our best friend, Nagito Komaeda. Let's go, let's go. I'm pretty sure this will be the fastest way there. Oh, we should also check Electric Avenue as well. Really quickly. Just check out the surveillance area. Anyone here? Nope. Interesting. Actually, I'm also going to check the map. In terms of Monokuma dolls, right? Motel. There's still a story element here? Oh no, I guess it's just because... Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4... So there's 5 buildings. I got the doll here. I got the doll here. I got the doll here. I got the doll in here. Where did I miss it? There's 5 places. Did I get all the dolls already? I don't even know. Anyway, let's check this foyer corner. Apparently all the machines here are used for things like wiretapping or taking secret photos. The surveillance camera unit used in this incident was the one Kazuichi obtained here and modified. But it looks like a surveillance camera unit that's the same model is no longer available here. Okay. Let's go. If there was anything else, I'm sure Hajime would have stopped us. But we left freely, so that's that. Let's go, let's go. Is that like a wrestling arena over there? The Wizard of Monomi. Wild Gunman Monokuma. Oh boy, what's this movie gonna be about?
Hello there.
Why hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. Well, you hadn't told me to. That means you noticed it too, right? Yes. The case this time is an imitation case, in which the killer used the movie as their theme. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet.
I see.
Then you really should watch this movie first. Do I get my money back?
Hey!
Manager! A customer's here.
Did you call me? What?
Huh? Hajime's the customer. Do you have a problem with that?
What are you gonna do?
And you said you didn't want to watch it. But I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Sundere Hajime looks like, then really you're a tough guy. I'm so dyslexic, sorry. You were so devoted to being tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million.
Huh?
You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing. You say that as if you have millions of dollars in your bank account, Hajime.
Listen up!
In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it. But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker.
Ta-da!
See, it's this one! I'm sorry, I was born stupid. Oh, Chiaki, this is how you get trolled, okay?
That's...
You bought this for $1.5 million? But in the end, you still gotta watch the movie. Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket.
Here!
Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person. You only have one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date on the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry. I only plan to watch it once.
Look forward to it, okay?
Then I'll go to prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay?
Hey,
Hajime, about that invitation ticket? I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Huh? Why? It's got the date on it. No reason. Just think of it as a protective charm. This will exonerate us. If we only saw it today, after the deaths, then we couldn't have imitated the movie, especially since we can only see the movie once. So this is our alibi, so to speak, that we could not be the killer. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. Well, there's no one at the concession counter.
impossible.
Hajime, I can't believe you bought that thing. And you paid $1.5 million for it too. But even you said you shouldn't have just settled it with money to just get out of seeing that movie. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing, you know? Just leave me alone.
No, no, no!
Hold on! I'm still in the middle of preparing. Don't rush, don't rush.
Are you sure?
Hasty boys get hated, you know. They might even get hated by boy bears too, you know. You can hate me all you want. Right, well, the hip bag used to be here. That reminds me, that item should be on top of the counter. This one. Looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth, with a decal of Monomi's face on it. Ah, did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag useful for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item. Only one person can have it. Shit. Hang on. I can't see the decal on this bag. This might be just another different bag, especially since there's only one bag with Monomi's face on it. Interesting. If the tote bag is gone, that means...
What's this?
Whoa there, were you interested in buying that tote bag?
Too bad.
Well, that's just too bad. It's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
You're so stupid.
Stupid. There's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'd reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it?
Shocking.
I remember you said there was only one. It's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference?
Hey,
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. There we go. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off. So there are 2 bags. But where the hell was it reenacted? Was it really the conference room? There's no evidence there at all. There's no candle, there's no step ladder. But we know there are 2 step ladders, we know there are 2 bags. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
now then.
Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
This is exciting. Exciting! Alright. I'll see you in a bit now, you know. I get to watch a film. Wow. Naughty bear. This movie sucks. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of MONOMI 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D? That sounds so half-assed. Surely we can use our 2.5D headphones, right?
Now then, please relax and enjoy the film.
I'm sure I will. Here we go. The Wizard of MONOMI 2.5D.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates.
What the hell is this?
One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise,
I see.
and was whisked away to Monomi's country.
Right.
Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change.
Did he follow the yellow brick road while he was at it?
So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died.
Ibuki wasn't herself. She was really gullible and she fell for things. You could say that she didn't have a brain herself when she was infected by the disease.
He also met a Monomi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
That
He
doesn't
also
apply.
met a Monomi tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
What the heck?
After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monomi, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi. And
comes
in
up with
the
this
end,
stuff? Seriously,
he
it's
somehow
hilarious.
usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
A true criminal.
And he lived happily ever after. The end.
Okay, I wouldn't pay $1.5 million to skip this. It wasn't even that bad. It was actually quite entertaining. And then a lot of other stuff happened, and then he made it to the wizard. That's perfect. Phew. Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues. One for each head! So, I got the suicide one. I'm guessing Hyoko's the one that was slit, but she wasn't cut up or anything. It's not like she was dismembered. It was just one slash to the throat, which supposedly killed her instantly.
So,
Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
bye-bye.
Goodbye, bye-bye. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation. Imitation murder. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie? Well, thanks to that movie. Now you know, right? Yeah. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie matched the victims in this case. Buki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too. The lion, was it? Oh, the one with the arrows. It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now. Or the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder. They should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. And why would you imitate this movie in the first place? What the heck? The Wizard of Monomi has been added. What reason do you have to copy the style of the movie? I knew that would be the last one. Okay.
Hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome!
The guy who does the voice for Monokuma
The class trial's
so
gonna
cool.
start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP! I'll see you soon!
It's already time. So, this again. I need to go to that place. Again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hyoko became victims. In order to find the truth, the only thing I can do is go. Right, so I feel like I have half the answers. Again. Same as case 3 last time. I have a feeling, obviously the killer staged their reenactment of what happened. To disguise the time of death of Ibuki. And we think that Hyoko was covered up by some sort of wallpaper. And that's why we didn't discover her body the first time we reached the music menu, right? But they still... Jeez, that freaking Monobi scared me. We still have to figure out... No, sorry. The killer still had to have been present at the music venue because they had to remove that wallpaper and they had to put the drumstick in the door. So we can rule out Gundam, surely. Gundam can't be a murderer. Chiaki can't be a murderer. We can suspect Fuyuhiko and Mikan because they came running towards us at the motel. Like, so they're not, you know, fully safe. And this movie. And Sonyo, how the hell did you get into Hyoko's room without the key? Is that something important, or is that just the game putting her there for some reason? Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. And the way Hyoko's kimono was sash was tied, right? It's the same as, can I see her body closely? No, that's as close as it gets. It's similar, or the same as, Sonya's one. But I don't want to think she's a killer. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. And soon enough...
Welcome!
Is everybody here? Do you want to go to the class trial? Yes, I want to find Ibuki's killer and make them pay.